All right, so my name is Sharon and I'm the Soul Alchemist, and today we are going to ask you a few questions. Are you addicted to love? What happened here? This is the first one from 4 days, so we're running with it together. So, why is it doing this? Tyler, come back. All right, so this is it. So my name is Sharon and I am a kinesiologist, counselor, and a Reiki master. My aim is to help each and every one to raise their vibration and to thrive. So anything to do with trauma, stress, frustration, we would like to shift it and to move it. I have a clinic in Caulfield, and 1st of July will be the 23rd year of it, and I have created a full range of products to help and support. Please join us. So today my question is, are you addicted to love? And when we want to know, firstly, are you addicted to love? Do you have any addiction? Do you have any addiction in your life? Have you ever had any addiction in your life? Or have anyone ever broke your heart?
Yes.
What do you reckon? Yes, I know that. Hello. Now, so what is love? Love is, let's look at the definition. For this I actually need to have glasses. I'm not sure why it is keep doing this. But the definition of love is a strong affection for another arising out of kinship or personal ties. It is an attraction based on sexual desire, affection, tenderness felt by lovers, and or it is a warm attachment and feeling that comes through the body. Now, basically, when we are looking at love, and this is just like me improvising, because what will that be, right? What is an addiction? Addiction is when something else has a control over you. Will you agree with that? Right? Will you agree there? I don't know why it's actually doing it. Let us see what is happening here. Alright, maybe we just need to screen here. But an addiction is a compulsive, chronic, lucky I know the definition, seriously, physiological or psychological need for habit-forming substance, behavior, or activity. So what addiction do you know? Can you tell me? I'm a very interactive person here. So what addiction do you know for? Smoking, drinking, gambling, shopping. You're just doing my job so much easier. There, what is it? Someone. Food. Yes. What else? Chocolate. Exactly. Anything else? Okay, let us see what kind of addiction do we actually have. So, do you have any form of addiction? Okay. Do you have any addiction? So, those who actually confess to those things, do you actually have them? Or have you done them before, right? Potentially, we've done a little bit too much of it. What happened to our body when we are under that form of addiction? On the physical, we actually have, this is like will drive me insane, but we will still go. The addiction, self-harm, and bad diet. And on an emotional level, it will be end of relationship. Lucky I wrote it, right? End of relationship with self, with others, with people that loves us or all around us. On the mental, anxiety, depression, wanting to suicide or being in shock. On a spiritual level, I guess it goes like with second, that presentation, it's your loss of faith, and it's the loss of connection with the higher level. When we are in that level, have you ever felt any of that? Just show me hands. Any of that, right? Unless people don't understand me speaking, and then they don't sense it. Because each and every one of us actually had it. I think it's something to do with the setting. What do you reckon of that projector? Chinese medicine, which is a medicine that kinesiology is based on. Chinese medicine is a medicine of over 5,000 years. And basically it's divided by the elements. And the elements of earth is the spleen and the stomach. Have you ever had acupuncture? ever in your life, or you've heard about it, right? And kinesiology is based on Chinese medicine and chiropractic. We use the muscles in order to relate to the elements of the Chinese medicine. Join us if you wish to. So the earth element is about addiction for chocolate and sweet things, because that's the sweetness in life. And the spleen is responsible as well for the pancreas that is processing the sugar. The emotion that relates to it is about rejection, it's about betrayal, and it's about drama. So if you ever had drama in life, you might just go straight to the chocolate, okay? Then we have, if we had a screen, we had the metal element. The metal element is all about lung and large intestine. So those who said food and those who said smoking, those are the addiction that relates to that. When we smoke, we create a smoke screen. We create a buffer between us and other people. I will go in a minute to the core of all those addictions. So basically, when you have the addiction to smoking, it's about grief and mourning. When you have food addiction, you go into letting go, but you can't let go, so you just suppress it and you put more stuff in it. When we're looking at the blue, which is the water element, this is your bladder and your kidney. This is about anxiety. This is about courage. This is about, can you see or not? Are you okay with the presentation being like this? So it's about, it seriously gives me, yes. So the taste of the water is like the seeds, the tears, it's the cries, it's everything that is coming down. So it's salty foods. Okay, there will be the addiction food-wise or substance-wise, but the emotions are anxiety. The emotions are dread and terror. So this is where your kidneys, what sits on top of the kidneys is the adrenals, which puts you in fight, flight, and freeze, if that makes sense. Then we have the wood element, which is about your liver and your gallbladder. And this is about anger, frustration, shouting, alcohol, fat fried food. Those things come together. I know for many youngsters, what do you do after a big night of drinking? You're stopping at McDonald's to have some food and to have like a food that will suppress all of that. A lot of cultures, like the Russian culture, when they have a lot of alcohol, they make sure that they have enough fatty food to line the stomach, so it will be able to be absorbed better. Now we don't have any at all, it's like dying. After the wood element, we have the fire element. I have no idea what is that. So what we will do, would you mind to hold this phone while my friend will just go? Just kind of sit, I don't want to bother you. Can you go to the main stage? Her name is Tyler. Just tell her to come. But I do know what I'm talking about, so that's all right. Then after the wood element come the fire element. Dum, dum, dum. This is the big one. And the fire element is all about love. It's where the love sits, but it's all about gambling, shopping, sex, porn. Who said about, someone else said there will be video there, and drugs. Okay, this is where we cannot handle anymore and we just distract ourselves from it. The emotion that relates to it is the love or the broken heart. Now this is the source of all addictions. Addiction is a lack of connection, and this is where we are trying to connect or reconnect. So for example, let's say, have you ever smoked? Any of you ever had a cigarette? Raise your hand. Any of you ever overdrank? Raise your hand, right? Now there's no judgment on it. Do you all remember when you took the first puff, your body went, I don't want it. When you had the first alcohol, your body said, I can't deal with that too much. Some of you even vomited if you had too much. The body is indicating don't. Do not touch it, it's not good for you. But what do? We ignore it. We suppress it, push it down, and we keep taking it. Until the body gives up. It doesn't know what to say anymore. Every major substance that wasn't good for you, the body's protest, right? Even if you have too much coffee, or even if you get jittery, right? So what we want to do is to listen to the body and to make sure that it is, oh, maybe it is. Can you see anything? Here we go. So then, how does it relate to love? Any form of stress in the body, hello, will relate to trauma, inner child, and self-love. Do you agree that if you take too much of a substance, you're actually sabotaging yourself? Yeah? And it doesn't really show self-love, does it? Does it show love to self? No. What it does, you actually forget yourself, you push yourself aside, and it's not working. So, let us check out. So who would like to clear an addiction? Do you have any addiction at the moment? None of you have any addiction? What's your addiction? Sugar. Yep. See, this is like non-invasive one. We can admit that easily, right? Any addiction? Do you have any addiction? No emotions, no suppression, no nothing. Stress. So people, you're addicted to stress though, or do you suffer from it? There's someone here that was maybe addicted to, yes, self-confessed stressor. Should I say, not mention your name? Angel, not mention the name. No. So, who has, let me tackle you differently. Who has a need to be needed? Who ever had a need to be needed? Admit it, it's cool, it is what it is. But you know why it is? Because perhaps you didn't feel enough value for yourself, and you get your energy by doing it via other people, by allowing and being and connecting to other people. Yeah, this is like having a very interesting So, I want you to think of an addiction, any addiction that you might have had, and I want you to think about it and see, what is the addiction? I want you to identify. Does anyone want to volunteer? Let me clear someone's addiction, show you how. Ilana, come. Do you have any addiction? No. Anyone? Sugar. Let's do the sugar. Here's someone I prepared earlier. Just happened to walk here just like this. What's your name, darling? Oriana? I'll need you to stand here. I'm a lefty like this, so I'll just use this and we'll do. Have you ever had kinesiology? Perfect. May I have this arm? So, basically all I want to do is, first of all, just want you to hold your arm. Hold. I want you to say the word yes. I want you to say the word no. Okay? Say my name is Oriana. Say my name is Johnny. Okay, so we know what is a yes and what is a no, okay? I want you to think of the sugar. Okay? You have been working on it, but it's not really working. So she has tried, but what we see that the body still has is stress there, okay? So once that we are working on, if I will be able to move, maybe is it the computer, Taylor, or is it the connection? Okay, so when did you feel that you start, may I ask how young are you? You're over 60. How many years have you been addicted to sugar? Loving sugar. Always, right? You always love sugar. What are we doing with the sugar? The sugar will be, and let's say as an adult woman, you know how much sugar is good or not good for you. Here, I'll try it, and I'll try it. We just need to make sure it's holding. So when you had sugar when you were young, was it a comfort? Was it a joy? What did it represent? I'm trying to find a microphone for you so we can hear you, but I'll repeat. Enjoyment. So it was a sweet and enjoy. Did any ever of you experience that? Ola? Yes, chocolate and sugar as enjoyment. It's nothing different, right? When did it start to become a problem? Since work. So then you have transformed that sugar to work, from work, right? Hold. So then the sugar become a supplement. Okay? Have a seat, and we're going to do it in a second. And then we're going to test you again. So you are going to be our little star. Shining star. Okay, so when you have your addiction, when you have your food, and you can believe the man from the phone. Sorry, I don't mean to be with you, but that's cool. Oh, okay. So when I can do it, I wrote it, I know it, I don't need it, it's fine. So think of an addiction, any addiction that you had, any habit that you have that you want to shift, any. Can you think that for me? Because I want to do it before and after. Okay? So when you're thinking about it, when did you start to have it? So you always had sugar and you loved it because you enjoyed it, right? Did you ever have anyone here is loving sugar? Yeah. What else do you love? What else do you? What is your substance of choice? Give it to me, yeah. Alcohol, yeah. Who else had alcohol? Yeah, alcohol. What about smoking? Are there any smokers in the house? Oh, healthy people. How many of you smoked in the past? And then decided not to, okay? Or were told not to. Any gamblings or shopping or electronic or, yeah, shopping when you're bored, you just go and shop, right? And you don't have to raise your arm, porn, sex, whatever it is all part of that heart, okay? So what are we going to do about it? I wish I knew. No, I'm joking, I do know. What are we going to do about it? I want you just to find the core of it. When did you start it? Were you forced to it, or did you do it because of peer pressure? Can you, would you like to shift a trauma? Would you like to shift an addiction? Raise your hand if you do. Beautiful. You don't want to have the stress, do you? What is the level of your stress about what you do at the moment? From 1 to 10. What is that level? Over 10? 10? Yeah? What is it? What's the substance? Huh? Shopping. Working. Yeah. Who has a work addiction? Who dives themselves into work instead of just chilling out, right? If it's not good, you might as well do something that is good for you, and you know that you're good at it, and you're just doing that. But this is a form of escape as well. All right, so how are we going to change it? The way that we're going to change it, this is amazing, the way that we're going to change it, whomever is watching me on the live, I'm being challenged at the moment technically. So we are being live as well. See, I just have to threaten it for a second. So, are you still enjoying the substance that you're doing? Are you still loving what you're doing, or would you like to change it? Yes? Would you like to change it? At least I have one person. You can still drink alcohol. For those who drink, for example, you can still drink alcohol, but there is a difference between one glass and a whole bottle. There's a difference between how you force yourself, or how you're coercing yourself, or how you're doing it in order to escape, rather than just enjoying yourself and having one with friends. Okay? I wish that I could smoke one cigarette, but you can't because it's addictive, for me anyway, so I choose all or nothing. So basically what we're going to do, we are going to give your body an opportunity to swap the stress, the chocolate, the smoking, the drinking, whatever it is that it is, into something positive. And I'll tell you why. What is the effect of dopamine on your body, do you think? The effect of dopamine is your body has become elated, you become happy, you become flowing. Your stomach will be better, your heart will be better, the cheeks, the whole body, the whole energy will just shift and move. And this is something that it's worth to strive for. Does any of you love exercises? Who exercises here? Who go and does it? Now, why do you do it? Because you need to? Or because who loves getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning? Let's go in that cold weather to the gym or for a walk. None of us. But why do we do it? For the after effect. for the results, for how our body looks and feels, and that's what we want to do. So even if you have an addiction to something, you must swap it with something else. And that dopamine is worth swapping it for. Even though you can get addicted to that one as well. So, all right. What I would like us to do is throw that clicker. What I would like us to do is to do a little process that will clear the addiction, okay? So I want you to, if you can, close your eyes, feel that you are, and I'm just asking for guidance here and protection for all of us here while we're doing this process. And I'm doing like a little safe space for us. Beautiful. What I want you to do is to take a few deep breaths. Find yourself in your favorite place in nature, if you can, and allow yourself to support your energy. Just have fun. Just have a nice place in nature that you've been, that you know, that you would like to go, and just breathe beautifully. As you are connecting into your energy, I want you to see the origin time that you have disconnected from yourself. That you have disconnected from your self-love. That you have separated from your joy and from your happiness. As you are connecting into that time, I want you to find that happiness, hopefully, when you were younger, a child, when you had that innocence, when you had the joy connected. Once that your body is connecting to this feeling, I want you to challenge it and ask it whether you need this substance or that action or that habit, whether it's stress, whether it's alcohol, whether it's sugar, whether it's gambling, shopping, drinking, sex, porn, whether it's fat-fried food, whether it's sugar. Do you need it to connect, or can you let it go? Can you let go of that need and swap it for a joy, for happiness? When was the last time that your young child inside was happy, running, joyful, innocent? When you are connected to that feeling, to that sensation, your body is starting to relax. If you have a child of your own, you can remember that joy, when it was joyful. And when we are in love rather than in fear, our body is going to allow ourselves and enable ourselves to connect through that joy. So when we are in joy, when we are in fun, do you think that the adult self in you can find the solution? Or do you feel that you have to continue to supplement it and to change it with something else? So Oriana here had sugar all her life and it was joyful, right? But when she went into higher stress in work, she went back to that joyful substance to do it, to try and calm her down. And that's not what we want. Did you all see or feel or sense something? Can you just tell me if you felt something or if you saw something? Can you raise your arm? Beautiful. So why do you go to do overwork? What are you trying to avoid? You work at night until asleep. What do you do? You're a hairdresser. Okay. Do you work because you enjoy it? Are you working because you need the money, or do you work so it's the money? Okay, so this is here survive. If you had it your way, how many days would you work? Now she works 6 or 7 days and she works until night. However, how many days would you like to work? 4 days. How many of you actually work in their dream job? Anyone working in their dream job? So-so? Okay, one. So-so?
That's a dream job, but I get happy.
You get happy. Yes. How many of you get joy at your work? Joy at what you do? Not always. Again. So can you see that you're overworked, and you see that most of you are unhappy with work and what you do? Those of you who work. You need to allow yourself to set the parameter of self-love and take the chance and give yourself the opportunity to actually shift your life. So the question is if you're willing to connect to your self-love. And don't tell me, yeah, but it's nice for you to say, but I need the money and I have debts and I have the mortgage and I have. Yeah, right. It doesn't matter. Because then you will manifest the work and the vibration that you need, and you will not compromise on your energy. So are you a martyr? Or are you a martyr? Why do you suffer? Why do you suffer? What gives you permission to torture yourself? Because your parents told you that you need to work hard? You can't get anywhere if you're not doing hard? We need to give ourselves an opportunity. That doesn't even work, but we're supposed to say self-love is the way to go. And what does self-love feels for you? This is beyond predict. I apologize. So what does self-love means to you? Self-love means that you are on a physical level. You're taking care of your body. How many of you sleep between 6 to 8 hours a night? Yeah? How many of you don't? How many of you sleep less? Yep. You don't sleep at all? What do you? This one is not too much, not too little. It varies. How many of you have broken sleep? Most of you. How many of you wake up and you're not even revived? So do you drink? Let me just go basic with you, okay? Do you know how much you need to drink a day? 30 ml per kilo. You can tell me 2 liter, 1 liter, 3 liters, 5 liter, blah, blah, blah. 30 ml per kilo. Okay, so you calculate how much you weigh, you need to have 30 ml of water per kilo. You drink alcohol, coffee, tea, you need to add another one. On everything, you know, the Italian, the Greek, the Turks, everyone, they have 1 coffee, 1 water. Why? It zeroes it. That's the Mediterranean. Let's just put it as a Mediterranean. Because it zeroes it. And then you need to drink the other water. Okay, it has a reason why they do that, or we do that. So, this is one thing. Emotions. How many of you are addicted to drama? How many of you have drama chasing you in the street? Yes, of course there. Right? You do, at work. Oh, hello. How many hours are you at work? Oh, hang on, let me pick on this one, yes? No, I'm not. But how many hours? I know, I've ever... 7.5 hours. Is it stress? Is it drama? Is it pain? It's everything. And then they're feeling drained. So what if we will now imagine good energy, good vibes, and keep you in the self-love mode? Do you all think that you're in self-love mode? Who thinks that they are in self-love mode? Or at least attempt, querida, darling. How can you be in self-love if you're working 6, 7 days a week and you're working from morning till night? You're not respecting your body. You're not sleeping well. If one day her body will start to talk, he will kill, the body will kill. So you're telling me that you're in self-love. Okay, this is a very beautiful woman. Come. Very beautiful, cared for, looks fantastic, but she works like a goddess instead of a goddess, right? Sit, please, rest. because you've been working too much, right? She sees and I can see that, oy vey, you know? It's like, this is so and this, okay, I'm Jewish, oy vey, it's what we do. But the point here, darling hearts, that you have to take care of your body. And if someone broke your heart, if you got your heart broken, you will start to supplement it with the shopping, with the gambling, with the other ways just to be distracted. Okay? And we need to change all of that. So let's take you to one place that will be good for you, which will be about the love. So I want you, if you can, again, close your eyes, take yourself to this beautiful place. Take yourself to this beautiful place of joy. And I want us to move and ask yourself, are you authentic with what you do, with your self-love? Are you giving too much love or too little love? Are you hurting yourself by not listening to yourself or to your body? Have you ever compromised in the name of love? Did you have enough only with crumbs just because that you wanted to do it? In the name of love, in the name of work, in the name of relationship, in the name of not listening to yourself. We want to shift all of that. We want to take all of this away and we want to move it into the next level. When you will be connected to yourself, you will care of your body. You will sleep. You will exercise. On a physical level, you will be hydrated. Emotionally, you'll be calmer. You'll have happiness, clarity. Perhaps you will even meditate. You will have connection with Source, connection with people, because you will be aligned. So let me do a little quick process with you. You are in this beautiful place. I want you to see yourself centering yourself and your body. It's like you're standing under a waterfall of light and you're allowing the light to wash your body and to cleanse your body and to energize it, full of love, full of light, full of connection, full of happiness and joy. And that love is pouring in every cell of your body. And you're going to keep chocolate for joy, not for stress. You're going to keep alcohol, if you drink it, as a social gathering, not as an escape. You won't need to smoke or take drugs. You don't need to do excessive shopping unless you need the shopping. Same goes with gambling. You won't even go there. And this is where we need to shift the energy. So when you are connecting to yourself with this beautiful waterfall of joy, I want you to open your eyes and ask yourself, am I deserving to love myself? Do you deserve to love yourself? Yes or no? Do you deserve to love yourself? Raise your hand if you do. Hello. Look at that. Now this is full. Okay? So I'm just going to say one more thing. So many people are addicted to love. They think they are addicted to love. But really what they are addicted to is that highs and lows. And that rush that lasts no more than a few seconds afterwards. Like, I'm sure you have, the clients are very happy with what you do for them and you're very talented. But if it comes from the price of you compromising yourself, then you can only not go for that long. Let's say this now, right? I'm here now for 4 days. Each day is like 8.5 hours and it's boom, boom, boom. For me, this is a sprint. It's like boom, boom, boom. But can one work like this for the whole week, for the whole year, for the whole month? No. So are you doing a sprint or are you living for a marathon? Okay? If you're going away for a weekend and you want to see everything, go, 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 do it. But then you have to rest afterwards. Okay? So this is where I need you to assess and make a decision. If you have to do something, boom, 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 you do that, but then you have to rest. Otherwise, your body will then come to you and say, hey, it's too much. Okay? So, I need to finish, unfortunately. Do you have any questions? Does anyone have any questions? What can you do with love? You have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself. Oriana, come for a sec. So we've tested Oriana before with the sugar, right? So I want you again to stand here and give me your arm again and hold strong. I want you to say yes and no. Say, I release my need to have sugar as a stress buster. Hold. I now choose to love myself rather than escape to sugar. Hold. Sugar is fun. Sugar is a stress buster. It's not. Okay? So I need you to keep what you have had in the past in, I'm sure it was in a very balanced way, because you look like a balanced person, and not as an escape. So hold strong. So let's say it again. I, Oriana, now release my need to supplement my emotions with an addiction. Hold strong. And that is holding in high five. Okay? So this is all you need to do. You need to change the thought pattern. How? By understanding the core of it. How? By realizing whether you need it or not. Most of you don't need to have anything in excess. Okay? How will you do that? Listen to your body. When you're not listening to your body, when you're taking your first puff and coughing, when you're drinking and you vomit, your body will then tell you, please don't do that. Listen to it. What does it want to tell you? Why is it telling it to you? Why are you ignoring it? Most important is, why do you ignore your own body? Does that make sense? So, even though I had a beautiful presentation that hopefully will work tomorrow and the day after and the day after, because I'll be here every day at 1:10. First of all, I'm at stand A45. If you want to ask me any question, I'm going to stay here for a couple of more minutes if you want. How are you feeling? Are you feeling a little bit more aware and wanting to take care of yourself? Yes? Raise your hand. If you do, yes. Let's do a selfie, because we can. Because I'm annoyed with this presentation of this. Did you learn anything? Do you feel that you got something? Say yes to me, just make me happy. Okay, so let's do that. Say hi.
Hi.
Perfect. That's what I want. All right, thank you so much. And I'm Sharon. Take care.